What if I told you there was a decentralized music streaming platform, kind of like Spotify or SoundCloud on the blockchain? That's essentially what the Audius project is building with their audio token. They're not some random chumps though. They're working closely with world famous DJs like deadmau5 and Blau, and are backed by top VCs including Coinbase Ventures and Kleiner Perkins. On top of all that, their token has rocketed 20x in the past few months, but I think it still has room for 10x gains, conservatively speaking. So in this video, I'm going to dive deep into Audius, give you a better understanding of what they're about and what their token does. I'll touch on the biggest pros and cons like I always do in this channel, and then end with my personal verdict of if I would buy or not. So if you're curious about Audius or just looking for under the radar tokens to buy, then this video was made just for you. Strap in my friend, because it's time for the deep dive. Hey folks, I'm Kevin from BFB, and in this channel, we like to provide deep research and honest opinions to help you get that long-term edge in the crypto space. If you watch this video and you like what you see, then please just smash that like button, because that one quick click would help me out immensely. Alright, let's start at the top and talk about the what and the why. Audius is a decentralized music streaming platform designed with artists and fans at the forefront, rather than record labels or big companies. Their mission is to give everyone the freedom to share, monetize, and listen to any audio they want, whenever they want. Here are some key benefits that Audius offers. One is censorship resistance, so no one can ban songs or accounts. Two is more artist control over how their music is shared or discovered. Three is more direct ownership over their relationship with their fans. And four is just better payments for everyone, a bigger cut, faster, and more transparent. These may sound like normal benefits to you, but if you read their white paper's problems section or do your own research about how the music industry works, you can kind of get a glimpse into all the middlemen involved and the web of restrictions that holds back artists from getting their fair share. So Audius is definitely tackling a huge industry with a lot of thorny issues, and they've been doing so since 2018 when they first started. They've hit several big milestones on their roadmap, and that culminated with their public launch in October of 2020. Yes, that means their app is completely live and operational. I even tried it out and listened to some electronic music on there, and it sounded crystal clear. There are some bugs that need to be ironed out, but overall, their onboarding and user interface is clean and simple. So I give them a thumbs up from the end user perspective. When evaluating crypto projects, we always have to check out the team to see if they're the ones to lead us to the promised land. I took a look and I think they're decent. Silicon Valley backgrounds, co-founders have an entrepreneurial streak, they are backed by top investors, which means that they'll have a ton of support, and the best part is their advisors, which include some big name DJs and other key players in the entertainment, music, and streaming worlds. Hopefully, they can lean on their advisors to get other artists to join the platform, or just get key intros around the music and entertainment worlds. Now, they do have a token called Audio that sits in the middle of everything. It has rocketed over 20x so far, but before we talk about price, let's dig into exactly what it's for. So the Audius network consists of four main components: a content ledger, content nodes, discovery nodes, and their token. The content ledger tracks the songs that the artists publish and other important info like metadata. Content nodes are user operated and they host the actual music files. Discovery nodes index the content so users can more easily discover and browse what's available. Finally, their token serves as incentives for all the various participants. I like this diagram because it gives us a visual sense of how the different pieces are interconnected. For those of you who like to geek out about the tech, Audius hosts their content on IPFS, which is a distributed file storage system that many crypto projects utilize. Their content ledger is managed by smart contracts on Ethereum and POA network, with room for integrating other layer 1 and layer 2 blockchains in the future. Their protocol and network code are also completely open source. And if you want to learn more about the tech, definitely go check out their white paper. It's well written and only 9 pages long, not one of those 50 pages that I'm like, why? Alright, now back to the audio token. It's used primarily for security, feature access, and governance. Node operators have to stake it to participate, and they receive a cut of the network fees for their service. The more they stake, the higher their discoverability in the network. Artists could also use it to unlock various features like membership tokens and badges. And fans could delegate some tokens to artists in order to share in their future growth. Anyone who stakes Audio gets to vote on proposals for where Audius goes in the future. These are just some initial examples, but more use cases will be added in the future, so definitely something to keep our eyes on. The total token supply is a bit over 1 billion Audio tokens, with only a small amount, about 12 to 15% currently circulating. The rest will be distributed to the community, investors, team, and foundation, per this emission curve chart. It looks like it will take around a 5-year period before all their tokens are released into the circulating supply. Now for the fun part, what are my reasons to like or dislike this project? Let's start with the pros. First, I'm just a huge fan of their product as an end user. As I was researching Audius for this video, I was streaming music from their platform in the background. It works smoothly, and I enjoyed the music selection too. Second, I like how their Audio token has many different use cases for all the various participants in their ecosystem. The more strong use cases they can create for their token, the more demand there will be. And the more demand generally means price goes up. Their plans for social tokens, DeFi integrations, and NFT marketplace and micropayments keeps me excited for the future of Audio. All of those features should help with the growth and traction of their token. Finally, I just have confidence in the team involved, especially with their top-notch advisors. If the advisors actively contribute and not just sit back and lend their reputation, then I think that would drastically improve the project's chances of success. By the way, if you guys are into DeFi and yield farming, you should definitely check out Wheat, a new token by our sponsors for this video, Growth DeFi. It's a sustainable yield farming project built on the Binance Smart Chain, offering incredibly high yields currently. Its goal is to incentivize the other tokens and products around the Growth DeFi ecosystem, and also be deflationary long-term since it has a strong buyback and burning component. If this sounds up your alley, definitely go check them out using my link down below. Alright, so what about the negatives of Audius though? Because I always like to challenge myself to look past the hype and find some cons for every project. First, I think their permissionless nature is a double-edged sword because they can't remove content even if it's violating copyright laws. In fact, if you look through their platform, you can easily find random users uploading copyrighted songs already. They mentioned that in the future, the community can remove content via an arbitration system. But then, is it truly censorship resistant? I guess we'll see how that all plays out. Second, the platform is supposed to be owned and operated by its users, but that's not looking very likely given the governance rules and the token distribution. A Redditor called Low Fidelity wrote a great post about this that I'll leave down in the description below. But essentially, of the 10,000 users who got the initial airdrop, a very small percentage, like 3%, actually ended up staking their tokens. Collectively, they hold 1.5% of the voting weight for the entire network. Not only that, but a wallet also needs at least 1% of the vote to make proposals, and right now that amounts to a few $1 million worth of Audio. So you can get a sense for how little of a voice users have so far, and how few of them are actively participating in governance. Not good for something that's supposed to be community driven. Lastly, there's just a lot of issues with rewards and monetization that they need to figure out. An artist, Jordan Shore, wrote on Reddit that he's unhappy with various aspects of the current system, like how the top 5 trending songs get weekly rewards right now and everyone else gets 0. Or how artists have to compete with simple curators who just put together playlists for the rewards. Not to mention that these rewards are also being gamed pretty heavily by fake accounts and bots currently. Generally speaking, he just doesn't like how other features are being prioritized above artist payouts and monetization, which by the way are not available yet. I will say though, it does seem like the Audius team is moving to address these concerns as fast as they can. They had a bots problem that affected their trending feed a few months ago. I saw someone write a long blog post about it with recommendations of how to fix it. But fast forward to today, and I don't even notice that particular issue anymore. We gotta bear in mind that this project has not even been live for a full year yet. So let's be patient, and hopefully many of these issues will be ironed out soon. Now that we've seen some pros and cons, what is my personal verdict? Would I buy some? Because I don't currently have any. Honestly, I would, because I think they're a super promising project, and I don't know of any other competitors really tackling this particular niche. So If their team moves fast and delivers, they could dominate this vertical within the crypto world. They remind me a lot of Theta Network that I covered a few weeks ago, which did incredibly well price-wise. So maybe Audio could do a similar move in the future. Ideally, it would correct a bit first to give me a better entry point, but that will probably only happen if the rest of the crypto market corrects as well. What do you think about this project though? Do you like them? Are you already an investor? What about my pros and cons? Did I miss anything major there? I'd love to hear from you down in the comments below. And while you're there, if you could give me a quick like, I'd appreciate you immensely. I'm Kevin from BFB. Join me tomorrow for our streaming Saturdays for a full analysis of the Coinbase IPO aftermath. I can't wait to see you there. Cheers.